Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. I'm going to be playing as the robot, and you know what? Actually, this seems like a good opportunity to play as the T-1000, as Wart Maulhurst says. Hope I get the name of that correct. What we're going to do is we are going to play a shop run. Now, if there was a mod out there that let me play as Bello, it changed the skin of my character, I would absolutely equip that right now. But what we're gonna play is a shop run. I'm gonna give myself the loot bag item. And on this challenge run, I can only buy things from shops. Flawlesses are on the table. Boss items, chests, nothing else is gonna be takeable on this run. I wanna see, A, what kind of a run this can give us, if it's gonna be actually good or bad or terrible or amazing or what. I also want to see if it's balanced. I want to see if we're going to get like a decent amount of items. I think this is going to be a very hard run, and it's probably going to be very bad. But I think that it's going to be at least possibly interesting. And I am like perpetually wanting to try out new challenge runs of this form so that I can maybe one of these days actually like create an official list of Abe Clancy approved challenge runs in Enter the Gungeon, which could be kind of fun. But since we're gonna be picking up only items from shops, I figure why not be the robot so we can get not only armor from shop purchasing, but also, you know, junk. Junk is a damage upgrade, so let's see what happens. Maybe we'll have a very strong run, but probably not. I mean, you don't often get the ability to buy lots of really good stuff from shops, but the thinking, secret room, the thinking, okay, is that maybe we can actually just build a good run, you know? Find a couple of extra shopkeepers, you know, Cursula, I could take things from Cursula. Maybe we could find, you know, key bullet salesman and then buy like an AK-47, which would be, wow, so many keys. Not something that we want to use for opening chests, because we're not going to open any chests in this run. This is going to be a chestless run. But it could be interesting. Maybe a blank man shop. We'll have a lot of cash and then we can just buy all of his blank synergies. Bill Thompson says, so this is a capitalism run then. Is theft allowed? I would personally say no. That this is supposed to be a run in which we buy things. We're not a thief. But you never know. Okay, I mean, I immediately like meat bun. That's a pretty good buy from the shop. Now, as long as we never get hit ever again, we'll have double damage. Easy. And maybe that's all we need. Probably we need more, but you know what I'm thinking? In my head, I'm thinking, okay, you find Blank Man Shop. Blank Man Shop gives you a, I'm trying to think of the name of it, Full Metal Jacket and an Elder Blank. All of a sudden, we're invincible. Boom, done. Let's do it. Okay, I hate you, but I also do double damage. If any boss is gonna hit me early though, it's gonna be these a-holes though. So let's just be a little bit careful. I have plenty of blanks if need be, and by plenty I mean one. That guy has to die, thank you. There's no other bulletkins, because only one was spawned, because the other one was in the middle of their death animation. Gungeon knowledge. And we're good. So we're not gonna take the gun. I'll take the flawless though, because we earned it. That'll be the difference between this and, you know, any other kind of challenge run, I guess. Is there anything that we want to sell? No. We can sell the junk, who cares? So we're gonna leave. I do wish there was more in the shop, but that's fine. We're gonna go down to the next floor, the oubliette, 4 minutes in. I mean, this actually feels like a bit of a strong run right now, but mainly that's just because of the meat bun. honestly, at this point in the game, this is basically where you would normally be. It's not uncommon to leave the first floor with one item and your starting weapon, especially if you get no key drops and you have to break open the chests. So this is kind of just like a par for the course start. It's gonna get worse as we go, as we progress, I should say. Because we're not accumulating as many items. You know, in Gungeon you like to get at least 3 items per floor. We're gonna be buying 1 or 2 depending on what the shop has, or shops. Now, I will say, because this is a shop run, I will allow black markets. If we find a black market, I would be incredibly pleased. I doubt we will, because it's just incredibly rare, but I would buy from a black market, absolutely. I have no shame. That Toggy, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? We'll just get Junkin and let him carry us. I will take it, you know? I will, I am taking junk right now, but I will take a Junkin if it just drops out of a broken chest. I guess there is an inverse to this run, and the inverse to this run is anti-capitalism. It is, you can't spend any money. I guess we could do this too, because I'm not actually buying anything, although maybe I have to spend money on an item and Junkin doesn't count. I don't know, I haven't figured that part out yet. You know what, I'll allow it, it's a shrine. We get the wolf, hello wolf. Yeah, but I guess there is an anti-capitalism run where you don't spend any money. You refuse to participate. We'll see. I guess if you also wanted to be super difficult about it, you could also not take the loot bag. Oh my god. Well, now we don't need the loot bag, really. But thematically, it's entirely appropriate. And if we get Junkin, we get gold robot Junkin, but I don't like gold robot Junkin anyways. Free money. So you know what? This is actually a very interesting pickup. It makes me think that maybe you should just, instead of starting with the loot bags, start with the gold junk, or maybe like a briefcase of cash. But what I like about the loot bag is that there is a penalty for getting it. You have to go and pick up the money, so I still think this is a more interesting setup. I do think that we want to buy fossilized gun, although our shop is admittedly not that good yet. We don't have any good items for sale, but you know, hopefully we get there. Hopefully we buy something eventually that is just amazing. Okay, that is a blob. Be careful of the blob, or as I should say, beware of the blob. So now I have all this money, but nothing to spend it on. Please, game. Now if we get a black market, I would be over the freaking moon. I don't know why I panicked, sorry. I like that I'm apologizing to you guys. It's like, sorry, I didn't mean to be such a coward right there. More like it's just, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like startle you if you were startled yourself. Take the crest now, says Kalaz with shorter handle. I mean, I probably could. I don't want to, but it's good practice to take it later. Good practice to take it later and not forget about it, you know? Let's get a little closer and see if we can do one of these. Hey, we did light him on fire. It's really hard to light the Blobby Lord on fire because he creates goo. He has to move in between like the frames of him adding goo. Oh my god, I almost got hit there. That would have been so sad. Here's a question. Excuse me. Do you go down to to the crest floor, or do you try to like keep the crest and have your end screen look really nice and sweet? We have no blanks remaining. I guess we're done. You know what? No. With almost 700 gold on floor 1.5, there you go. I will buy the armor. It's half of a wolf. That's gonna be my new measurement now. One wolf, that's about 60 credits, 2 armor. 1 armor, that's about half of a wolf. Camel B12, welcome. Any challenge today? I started with the loot bag. I'm gonna buy items, and I can't pick up items from chests at that point, or from bosses. I guess it counts if it's from a shrine, because, hey, I'm paying for it. There's your logic right there. If you need an excuse, there's your logic. I paid for it. I just paid with health. There you go. Now, how about D20 Shrine? I mean, you're gambling, but you're still kind of paying for it. You just don't know with what you're paying it with. Okay. Might not want to light every room on fire. It does make it kind of hard to see. I guess I can use fossilized gun. Some rooms, though, it is certainly a sweet, sweet benefit. I will wait. Connie says, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood. That's a good game. That's a good game. I should get Mud to play Darkest Dungeon. Why do I always go to him when I'm trying to think of who I want to watch play video games? In my head, like, that's who I want to watch play video games. Okay, there's a lot of stuff happening here. I guess it's a good thing, it's positive. It's a sign of encouragement, right? Because Mud is a god, says names taken 3. Oh my god, you actually did change your capitalization. Why are all the names taken 3? It's no longer, why are all the names taken 3? Why are those taken 3? I approve of the change. No Junkin, rip. Please. Ooh, god lag. It's always occasional lag. It's not that bad. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Maybe because you can watch him play. I guess that's a good point, occasionally, good friend of the channel, Brendan Toad, plays a little bit of Isaac, but he only plays on Discord, and it's not like I can go watch a VOD. I like watching people play games, but not enough people that I know play games that I like to watch. My friend Jimmy plays freaking Final Fantasy, like a nerd. I don't want to watch Final Fantasy, I don't understand MMOs. Play FTL, play Slay the Spire. Play an actual good game, ugh. Shop? Oh, come on. The bigger the beast, the greater the glory. It's a disposable account. Abe roasting, shake the box. Shake the something shakeable. That's what I say. Oh, hello. This is actually a pretty annoying boss, because it's actually pretty easy for them to hit you. A lot of their attacks are pretty random. So I'm trying to be very... Oh, good. 50 credits. I'm trying to be very careful about how I approach that situation. Shop, please have good stuff. Yes, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. We have guns. We have a pulse cannon and a wind-up gun. You know what? Buy the blank. I was certainly hoping for more, but I'll take one junk. We gotta get ready for junkin'. Okay, I have a gun. I have 2 guns. Now, Amoconda, not what I would classify as an easy boss. Oh my god, you dick! They had this for Yeah, I'm whining. I lost my double damage bonus. My damage bonus! You know, all good things, my son, all good things. It's okay, I don't want to make the run too easy, you know, we have to have a little bit of trial and tribulation here. And don't you for a goddamn second say, hold on, I gotta think of the line, It is, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. That wasn't overconfidence. I blinked before I got hit, hoping that that would, like, protect me somehow. I tried. I tried everything I knew. Well, you know what? Let's go down to the bonus floor, because there's no reason not to at this point. We already lost. We ripped. Aranistan says, can't wait for an imperialism run. What the hell is an imperialism run? Is that like, I take over the shops and I say it's for the good of the empire? I just bully Bello into giving me all of his stuff? I think Bello would probably kick my ass if I tried to do that. Fort Mahler says, bink the snake away. Man, oh, you know it, I would love to bink that snake. I'd bink it good, yeah. You know what, at least Fossilized Gun is good, and it helps to make short work of some of these floors. So sure, you know, we lose the damage bonus, but the run is still pretty okay. My damage bonus. And you know what, we're the robot. We'll have a double damage bonus by the end of the run anyways. We only need to pick up 20 junk. I have 4. Ranistan says, I think it's a normal floor, honestly, because you just raid the floor and pillage. What about shops, though? Charmhorn, blank, disarming personality. This is a pretty bad shop, all things considered. Bad. Bad shop. I gotta test something, hold on. Oh yeah, that's right. I turned all of my mod options off. I just now remembered that. Because I did I don't know why. What was it that I was doing? I did like a, I did a challenge run where I turned everything off. Why? Oh, it was a bad item run. That's what it was. And I have a couple of mod options that make some of the bad items a little bit better. That's what it was. So I just turned everything off, thinking that that would help. I guess it did kind of help. Made it the run worse. Jackman 264. Thank you very much for the resubscription. Hello, have you tried Slice and Dice? I have not. I don't remember which one that is, honestly. No, I remember. That's the one where you have dice. Of course, because, you know, it's the title, Slice and Dice. I've not played it, but I've heard that it's okay. I tell you what, when does it come out of early access? You let me know. It seems like it might be an okay bubble time. Bubble time! You know, I'll take a wind-up gun. Is it in early access? Is a roguelite dice game that came out a week ago and like 4 people played, is that an early access game? Are you serious? Like, it's an actual honest question. I actually don't know if it's an early access. I just assumed. Let's be honest. New roguelite with a unique mechanic. How can it not be an early access? That's early access by definition. Play it on my phone. Maybe it legitimately came out. I don't know. I really don't. That Talkie says, I could have sworn it's been out for a while, but I only picked it up on Steam now. Let me look. Slice and Dice. Oh, it's an itch.io game. In that case, it's probably out on Steam as part of its release. That's what I would say. Is it on Steam? Slice and Dice on Steam. Click. No, it is out. $10. There you go. Wait, no, this is not. This is a VR game where you destroy things with like a laser sword. So that is not it. Slice and Dice Steam. Site steampowered.com. Slice and Dice. Puzzle game where the objective is to place the die in the goal frame. Indie fighting game with no health bars. I think there's 3 different games on Steam called Slice and Dice, but I guess Slice and Dice is not on Steam. So there you go. So it is an itch.io game, so it's probably... So it's not an early access. It's not on Steam, but it's on your phone? I don't know. That seems strange. Must just be an itch.io game then. Should we take this item? I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna take the lies. But I gotta be honest, it is tempting to take an item. Ooh, let's go. One more flawless and it's actually good. You wanna know the sad thing about Alien Sidearm? It's actually quite good if you have double damage. So if we had our meat bun bonus. Although it didn't kill that guy in one shot. I guess, you know, we are the robot, we're gonna get damage. So you know what? I like this as like a fallback. If we have nothing else, at least we have that. Until we get another flawless. Milkjug says the dev of Slice and Dice has said he just hasn't gotten around to putting it on Steam. That's a funny way of describing it, but I imagine it's like, okay, you gotta fill out the paperwork, fill out your tax forms, agree to the Steam terms of service, you know, plan to support the game, and et cetera, et cetera. It's probably like a headache. A larger headache than any of us would actually care to admit, honestly. Yes, it's a good service. Yes, anyone can use it, but you still have to, you know, go through the bureaucracy of it. Yoink. You know, it's not great, but I'll take it. I would very much like the ammo, but let's fight the boss first because we're probably just gonna use the pulse cannon. Although maybe we could also use a little bit of bubble blaster. We want fossilized gun to open up the fight to kill the Chancellor because the fire will kill him before he can rush us down. So yoink, he's dead. Actually, he aggroed pretty fast, but oh my god, I need the money. See, this is why I think loot bag is actually kind of an interesting take for the challenge run here. Okay. Can't say I love getting hit 3 times. Okay, dodge. Don't pick up the money. Just freaking dodge. Wow, this is like one of the worst fights I've had against this guy in a long time. I apologize. I'm sorry. I gotta focus. I also gotta itch my nose. Oh my god. Dude, by the time I'm done with this fight, I'm gonna lose 500 credits. I'm using Bubble Blaster on him. I'm like pulling out all the stops, I'm min-maxing my guns. Those bubbles will get him. I'm not worried about the bubbles. I'm worried about that shot though. Use anything. I'm upset at myself. All right, break the chest, walk away, take the junk, get a bonus. I almost picked it up. I really want it. We can't take it. I think we should grab wind-up ammo, and then we will leave. We still have like plenty of health, and we're gonna keep getting items over the course of the run, so I'm not worried about any of that. It's just, you know, I played a little bit poorly on that one. Deity Punch raises a question that I was thinking about and debating internally. The question is, would you take rat item drops? I mean, I'm not paying for it. Oh my god. And if I'm not paying for it, I feel like the answer is we can't take rat items, right? We have to buy the item for us to take it. So I think maybe I'm just not gonna fight the rat, which means I bought the key for no reason, but I mean, we would have lost the money on that boss fight anyways, with how much damage I took. Whatever, we're getting our cash back. I did lose like 150 credits, which is kind of sad. You took the sidearm, says Deity Punch. So, you know, that's a very good point. I did take the sidearm, but I broke the chest. And I'm taking junk, and I'm the robot. So like, what, I guess that's a good question. What is the challenge of the run? I guess the challenge of the run is no chests, no boss items, only buy items or get them from other sources. You know, I got the wolf. Although again, I did pay for the wolf. Did I pay for, am I gonna pay Matman? I mean, I'm trading. I'm engaging in commerce. Fantastic. So maybe that's the criteria there. Engaging in commerce. If you can find, you know, even a far-fetched reasoning, it's valid. I just realized something. Give me like half a second. It's not even worth muting over. Oh no, I put this thing in upside down. My coffee in my this thing is stuck. Hold on. My coffee in my thermos is, I can't get this thing out. It's stuck. Is going to condense and spill a bunch of water on my desk unless I put the rubber cap on it. There we go. It's already making a mess. I learned, by the way, why thermoses have a rubber seal in them, and it's to prevent the hot thing inside of it from just condensing and creating a liquid mess all over with water that is dripped down the side of your thermos. Okay, that's a very strange aside. But if I didn't do that, then in like half an hour when this run is over and I go to like refill my coffee with the extra coffee in my thermos, that's how I do it. I'd have like extra coffee in my thermos, and I just have a coffee cup in front of me. It would just spill water everywhere. Did you die? Thank you. Physics with Abe. Coffee physics, apparently. I'm being honest with you though. I learned that the other day. I'm like, oh, that's the reason why the thermos has that little rubber stopper in there. Like a rubber O-ring, basically. Because if you don't have that, it just condenses everywhere and then you make a mess. There you go. It's a bargain so you can take it, says Wortmalerst. Oh, what was the bargain? The trade with Matman? I mean, it's trade. I think I should be able to take it. I mean, our run is incredibly underpowered. One item is probably not going to matter, but, you know, it's commerce. We're trading. Matman. Maybe Matman can save my run. Now, the rat on the other side, that's not commerce. That's revenge. That's murder. Slightly different. Depending on who you ask. You don't really lose anything. Is it a trade? It is a trade. I have information that he wants. I'm trading my knowledge for his item. He doesn't want a physical thing. He wants the knowledge that I possess. That's trade. Now, yes, he could just walk around the floor and, you know, get the information himself, but he's lazy. He's paying me to do the work for him. I don't know. I kind of consider it an acceptable. I've traded with him and gotten the dark marker. Okay, you know, it's a gun. It's a pretty good gun, actually. It's a gun we're going to use in this boss fight immediately. Yeah, you're trading and paying with information. It's perfectly valid. It's also a fantastic pickup. So he's gonna burn. While he's burning, we will continue to blow him up with the dark marker, because he is still taking damage. Oh God. He's still burning somewhere. There he is. And do one of these, one of these. He's burning, one of these. He's dead. Beautiful. The worst best gun in the game is Sega's Jr. Oh, I almost got your quote wrong. You would have yelled at me. Oh. Yeah, of course. I mean, the dark marker is pretty good. It really is. It's a great gun. What? What should we do? Should we go and fight the rat? Because you're bargaining with the rat just with your fist. Because the rat isn't commerce or trade or buying. The rat is literally just you go down there to kill him to steal his items. That's theft. I don't know, we could call it corporate espionage. Technically, you paid to fight the rat. That is not a valid legal argument. Officer, I am not guilty of a crime. I paid that man to beat that homeless man. Spot the libertarian in the chat. We should. I don't know, maybe we should go fight the rat? Where is it? It's in this room somewhere. There it is, right there. First to buy the key, then to beat him up. I still just don't know if it's... I don't know how to justify taking the items. But then again, we don't really have a lot of good stuff. It's taxation, revenue protection. I guess is the rat the tax man and we're going after the tax man? Here's the deal. I'll fight the rat. I just don't know how to justify it. Taking the items, that is. Yeah, Disposable says we should go fight the rat, but take nothing just to be a Mecha Chad. This is like a Giga Chad move here. Fighting him specifically not to take anything. but just to defeat the tax man. Up, up, right, right, down, up. I've been on this save file for long enough, I forget what the other code is from my A file. The justification is it's capitalism. Well, this isn't capitalism. Again, this is murder. Murder cannot be the justification. One more right, then down, up. Sorry for pausing on the screen flash. I didn't intend to do this, but it looks awesome. You can see all of the like UI elements for exploding barrels and whatnot. That actually was kind of cool. Wow. Man, alien sidearm wrecked him. I guess you could also like ask the justification for taking items out of the broken chest or things that are dropping for free, like the Guan stones and whatnot. But at that point, you're just splitting hairs. It's also a video game. Sell them to the cell creep, says Milt Thompson. You're a goddamn genius. We're engaging in the other form of trade. Selling things for money. I love it. It actually makes total sense. Oh my God. That was such a fast shot too. What the frick? I used a blank there myself because I was scared. I'm also, ah, you dick! Getting poisoned. I was gonna use it as a gun, I think. Taxation. Yeah, now we're just taking our money back from the tax man. Cut taxes, return the money back to the people. Bit of a cheesy way of fighting this guy, but that's kind of why I like it. Like, what are you gonna do? That's the only attack that you don't actually cancel out of the animation of when you do it, because you have to close your freaking doors. Give it a second. Ooh, we blanked a lot of this. Anyways. It's a very kind of lame way of fighting him, but that's okay, it's over now. So say what you will about the Matman trade. Oh, why did I dodge into you, you freaking a-hole? I'm talking to myself. Say what you will about the Matman trade. That gun is very good for handling these bosses. And now it's just, you know, boxing. Although I love the shotgun, I kind of want to keep it, but... I like the idea that we have to sell it. We're not gonna spend any of this money though. Like, what's the most money you can spend on the blacksmith shop? 400. We're like already there. Oh, the ring is so, is the ring good? I guess it is. You want junk. The shoddy is made out of money? Well, it's made out of gold. You can have a goldless society. They don't call it a sand dollar for nothing. Oh my god. Wartmaller says, you have to now. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything you tell me. I do like the gilded shotgun though. Because the original idea was I had to sell anything, all this stuff. I don't want to clone. I wanted time to play FTL today. Full ammo, and actually you get the partial ammo. Jackman says don't pick up the rad items. I'm not gonna pick up the rad items. Wow, that looked really weird. Feed the clone. I guess I could feed everything to the serpent. Why did I do this? Why did I do the serpent? That's stupid. In hindsight, I wish I did not feed items to the serpent in order to fight the advanced dragon. Look, are you gonna be mad at me if I use Old Goldie? In my head, I'm still trying to think of a justification for it. And I can't, but it's also Old Goldie. Fits the bill. It's not about whether or not the gun is thematically appropriate, it's about access. How did I get it? I didn't pay for it. I killed a rat for it. AKA the tax man. Like the idea, like, I'm trying to phrase this a little bit more appropriately. What I want this run to be is a good indication of whether or not a run is possible only buying items. We didn't buy this item, but is that okay because we can still say that it's trade, e.g., you know, Map Man? I don't know. Whatever. Take a hit every fight and then you don't have your justification for paying the items. Taking a hit every fight? That still isn't justification, and it doesn't answer the question of whether or not I still think it's a fair, good, balanced, interesting run to have to pay for items when we're not paying for items. You know, we didn't pay for Old Goldie. We didn't pay for the clone. And that's the item in particular that I'm struggling with here, because it's the clone and it would make the run take another 45 minutes, but it's also the clone? So I think I have a suggestion, which is we can use the clone, but we should still sell the other items to have the thematic appropriateness of the run, you know? Let's put an asterisk on the clone for fun's sake, but let's get rid of Old Goldie and, you know, Blunderbuss and whatever else we picked up. The Ring of Chess Friendship, which isn't really that good because I can't really do anything with the chess anyways. And then we'll just like, oh, let's go! And then we'll loop a run and then we'll see what happens, right? Is that okay? This seems okay. I guess I didn't pay for Junkin, but I did break the chest. Junk Man, come together in your run. Ah, he almost pushed him into me, what a jerk. You paid $115 for the clone? You're talking about the rat key. But again, you know, that's one step removed. I didn't buy the clone though, I bought a key. To fight a rat, not to get items. Well, you say that, you know. I have to have plausible deniability. This is Junkman's run now. Junkman! He's got some pretty good bullet effects too, I think. Nothing you got from the rat would be run defining, not even the clone. You have to lose your run to use the clone. Well, no, because we could just use the clone on bullet hell just to have fun. Which we do every time anyways. You're right that not everything on the run is, like, excuse me, let me rephrase. The items we picked up from the rat fight are not run defining at all. Old Goldie is the best thing that we picked up other than the clone. The clone is just more of a for fun item. I still think we want to use the clone to have fun with it. But I still think like I should get rid of my other items. Now this is a shop and we can absolutely use this stuff. So I'm gonna buy the bracket key and now I actually have an active item. Fire Hydrant says, what do you do? What do you do with the captured fairy? It heals you for full HP. It's just like a fairy from Zelda. Oh my God, Milt Thompson says, you took the clone by right of conquest. Ah, yes. Gungeon colonialism. This is my land now, and I get to monetize it. Oh my God. Milt Thompson, the Imperial chat member. Oh my God. It's mine now. Milt Thompson, AKA, it's mine now. Thought you had to give it to the fountain chicks as fire hydrant. No, but that would be a really fun... I took the item. That would be a really fun, like, side quest. In fact, that sounds like a great idea for a side quest. Side quest. Fairy to fairy ladies. What would that give you? Probably like an item unlock, right? Like everything else in Gungeon? Makes sense. Where's our cell man? Cell man. All right, we got this. We got this. What else did we get from the rat fight? We picked up this and this. We're gonna keep the clone. We're gonna use the clone because that's interesting. And we can sell anything we want because this is capitalism. And we might as well go down to the extra floor too. But I sold. So again, the asterisk on this run is I like the rules that we've come up with for a shop-only run, or really a trade-only run, a capitalism run. The exception is we should have saved that for the next room. I am going to use the clone because if I don't, people will get upset that I didn't clone. It's Gungeon. This is what you do in Gungeon. Fairy pistol would be cool. Shoot sparkles or some S. Says fire hydrant. I kind of like that idea. It's like a very sparkly gun. I'm trying to think. What kind of fairy nonsense exists in like Terraria? Could you have like a reference gun from that game? I'm trying to think. In my head, from what I remember from Terraria, the hallowed biome has both fairies and unicorns, so maybe it could be like a unicorn gun. I don't know, it could be My Little Pony themed or something. What is different about this run, says Phil 2. That's a good sign, right? When someone comes into the stream and says, hey, what kind of a challenge run is this? Because it just kind of looks like a normal run, but in actuality, I've completely nerfed myself. I've not opened a single chest. And yet I have Junkin, Dark Marker, Bracket Key, Clone, and it's like, what kind of a challenge run is this? Look at my inventory, I have 12 junk. To answer the question, by the way, the challenge run is I have to engage in commerce to take items. Buying it, trading it, whatever. So no chests, no boss items. Junkman Sama to use as fire hydrant. He threatened me. I get to kill him now. It's self-defense. I don't know why in my head I'm making this out to be like the legalese run. It's not legalese. You bothersome insect. Yeah. Fire hydrant says nothing like a good flashbang every room. What, you don't like being exploded upon? With enough willpower, anything can be legalese. I think that's with enough lack of willpower. I don't want legalese. I want simplicity, straightforwardness, not lawyer talk. If you didn't talk about this being a challenge run, you wouldn't have known, says Phil2. You should watch some of my other Gungeon runs. This is not a great run. Considering what we normally have. I suppose that is a bit of a hot flex, you know? My Gungeon runs are so good. This run pales in comparison. Your normal streamer can't handle my Gungeon runs. That is like exactly what I'm meaning though. Your average streamer has nothing on my Gungeon runs. You got him? You got him. Hey, get out of here. Hold on. You go first, you go second. Connie's playing FTL and told me about his run, but I have to wait until I can actually pay attention to the chat window. Connie says I got murder bot. Border problem solved. I need to remember how to do that event. It's like you come across an NG ship that has no obvious life signs, and if you attack it, you get murder bots. It's a very good item. I'll grant you that. He's got him. He missed him. He's got him. Does Dark Marker stack with Blank Effect? Okay, so Dark Marker is an interesting one. It's technically a blank. It does synergize with Blank Effects. However, Dark Marker does not open secret rooms. It only cracks them. So it's weird, but while it is technically a blank, it doesn't open secret rooms. Now, I don't know why they've done it like that, because Composite Gun is a blank and it opens secret rooms, but for some reason the Dark Marker doesn't. Admittedly, I don't know if Composite Gun synergizes, but I do believe Dark Marker synergizes, yes. Yes. Yes! 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 Junk, Knight in shining armor. I like that it does change the name of it. Fire Hydrant says, this is the most I've seen you use Alien Sidearm, lol. I mean, here's the dark secret about Alien Sidearm. The Synergy version is actually pretty good. It's loud as hell. Oh, baby, yes, yes, yes. It's loud as hell, but the Synergy version is actually really good. It's got a decent rate of fire, okay damage. The vanilla version of the gun is slow, but incredibly ammo efficient. You know what? We should have tested Dark Marker. I could have shown you that it doesn't actually crack them. Or it doesn't actually open them, it just cracks them. If you get gold junk, does Junkman become Abe Clancy, just an unstoppable force? No, we know what stops me. We have, you know, legitimate video footage on this save file, no less. Oh my God. Get shot in the back, but who's to blame? This guy is to blame. It was a trick question. When did I get heavy boots? Was that a Rat special? I don't think so. I think it was after Rat. Excuse me. Base Alien Sidearm is Mega Hand Light, says Segus Jr. It's the problem with the base Alien Sidearm is that the charge shots, they're efficient, but they're worse than your starting pistol in almost all situations because it's such a slow weapon. I feel like you might do more damage per second by just using your starter pistol, whatever it happens to be. It's efficient, it's a charge weapon, it allows you to pay more attention to dodging and less attention on shooting. But the Synergy version of Alien Sidearm is actually pretty good. The base vanilla Alien Sidearm, the best damage is really just tap shooting it. If you have it, you might as well tap shoot it if you're using it for like rooms or bosses or something. Fire Hydrant says, I want to touch Junkman's sword. It has like a weird... Well, I don't know why they're stuck. It has like a weird fire aura on it. It is very strange. We could gun munch Dark Marker and the Moon Scraper. I don't want to. You know what? I want to gun munch. I want to gun munch Corsair and then probably Bubble Blaster. Oh, I have heavy boots. You know what? Bubble Blaster's water. Let's gun munch Corsair. And we are beyond the need for fossilized gun at this point. There should be a fat version of Junkman when you have too much junk, says Fire Hydrant. So I kind of like that idea. Like, there's an ideal level where he becomes this Archangel phase, and everything after this, he just becomes worse and worse because he's too fat. Although, alternatively, you could add levels of him, like he could become an actual angel and have like 8 eyes. And like a ribbon for a head. That'd work too. Game Macho Libre, welcome. Evil Junkman and clone? Yeah, this is also a run where I've never opened I've never taken an item from a chest or a boss item. Game Macho Libre, welcome. This is a run where I have only engaged in commerce. And killed the rat. But I sold all the rat items except for clone, which we're gonna use, because it's clone, and it's fun. And people would kill me if I didn't. Fuck. Disposable says, I like the biblically accurate angel idea. In my head, what I'm actually thinking of is True Santa from Cookie Clicker. I'm like, more and more levels that get more Eldritchian as you go. What about Cthulhu Junkin? This is the wrong gun. What about a level of Junkin where he just becomes a tentacled, evil Arc Cthulhu or something? That'd be pretty sick. I don't have the rat boots. Let's keep that in mind. I did fight the rat. I would forget. Bad dodge on my part, so I just used a blank. Tentacle and Junkman synergy. Oh, true Junkman. Yeah, you get to see behind the curtain. You get to see the truth of Junkman. What is he? Who is he? I'm gonna get hit there. There goes my flawless. And it had to happen like right at the very end too. Disposable says I'm gonna be mad if you use it. Clone? Phil Thompson says I don't care if you don't use the clone. Disposable says I'll be mad if you use it. Why don't people want me to use the clone? I thought people love clone, and they're like, clone, you gotta use the clone! It's the we gotta see what the run's gonna be like in the future. It's the clone. Like the whole, like, do people not love the clone anymore? Like, what happened? Where did all this clone hate come from? Clone man. I love that Junkin double taps the body, says fire hydrant. He's thorough. And he says, like me, you begin to see things as they truly are. I like, I mean, I talked about this recently, but I really like the story and world building of Bloodborne. It starts out as this weird kind of like, you know, medieval-esque, not really medieval, more like, you know, Victorian era bloodletting and humors of the blood style medicine that has created these beasts. And as you explore the game lore and the world, you start to realize that there's actually more to the story, and there's like evil aliens in a sub-dimension that have given us the blood, and it infects people's souls and turns them into beasts, and you're like, wow, this is really cool. I love that you can finally see the world for as it really is style of Eldritchian horror. It's just so weird and creepy, and I love it. Okay, this is, I mean, beautiful. We'll take ammo for the gun that's out of ammo, and then we'll take ammo for this, and then we're good. Connie says, maybe one day I'll play Souls games and Bloodborne. I mean, I would recommend it. It's a good game. Junkin. Wrong direction. Thank you. Bloodborne could have a PC release first. Yeah, you wish. So, okay. Well, the stalemate. I don't know what the hell happened there. They really just didn't want to go after each other, huh? Like, fine. You know what? This seems like a good enough room for using this. Yeah, it's gonna use a little bit of ammo, but you know what? It's also gonna murder these things. They were studying each other. Kinda looked like Junkin was double teaming the dog. I was like, you okay there, buddy? Maybe with Bloodborne 2, says Warp Maulers. I would love a Bloodborne 2. That would be hella fun. Darkest Dungeon Cove, Bloodborne. All of this stuff that just is highly reminiscent of Dark One's mythology from, let's see, the Necronomicon. Wrong franchise. Oh no, the Necronomicon? The Parasonomicon? So what is the name of the book? It's Lovecraftian. What is the name of the Lovecraftian? Is it the Necronomicon? Can't remember. I thought it had its own name for a book. the Bible? Yeah, that one. Nomicon. Nom nom. Maybe it is. Maybe I am just thinking of the Necronomicon. Hold on. Necronomicon. Book of the Dead. The Arabic title of Kitab al-Azif. The Necronomicon in Lovecraft. Yeah, it is a Necronomicon. You want to know why I actually forgot it? Because in my head, I don't associate the Necronomicon with Lovecraft. I associate it with, this is my boomstick. Slightly different franchise. But that's where my mind goes. It goes to Bruce Campbell, Ash Williams, The Evil Dead. Although I guess there is like, I guess, some aspects of Lovecraftian horror in The Evil Dead, but it's more generalized, you know? Zombies and witches and blood and stuff. And a weird spirit that is in his arm for some reason. Less, you know, there exists entities outside of our universe beyond our comprehension and understanding that see us as insects and have tentacles for a mouth. Segus Jr. says, I assumed it was an Evil Dead creation. Not apparently. I forgot what we were doing. What we're doing is dying. So let's die. My money! Crap! No, this will still work. We just have to pick up our cash when we get hit as much as possible. My money! So go ahead and shoot me. I run around, pick up my cash. We're not dropping 50 credits anymore when we get hit. There's another out, by the way. The out is I leave the floor after the first phase, and then I can just jump into a pit on my own, which is a little bit easier to do. Okay, let's kill this guy, and we'll figure out what we're doing. Connie says, drop the clone to spite the non-believers. Who's not believing? Drop loot bag until last shield. So that is a viable strategy, but I have a trick. The trick is a little bit of, oh, the camera lock. All right, the trick is, you're not gonna be able to see it, but I'm gonna tell you what's happening. The trick is when you have loot bag, you can jump, you can see it in the map here. You can jump into a pit and the money will come back to you. Why did that not work? The money is supposed to come back to you. Like, do you have to, maybe I have to press up a little bit first before it falls, or down? Okay, I'm actually just like losing a lot of cash. Maybe we should not do this. Hold on. That's the boss arena, isn't it? Ah! Yeah, I'm in this boss arena now. Anything? Okay, well, here's what we can do. We can drop a loot bag and then find a pit. Now we're not losing money. There's a trick to do it. I guess it's easier to do when you can actually see the damn screen. You drop yourself into the pit and then the money falls on top of you. So you don't need to fiddle around with loot bag shenanigans. Oh my god, I don't know where I put it. Hold on. I can kind of see when I do this. Not when the room unloads. Okay, there's my item. Give it a second. Got it. Okay, so now I gotta get hit one more time. I'm back!